In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Well, yep, we have a reduced virtue chance on our next mission, which really is just a reason to be careful about stress levels. Anyway, I'd say, yeah, I spent pretty much everything I could afford to spend before, so let's take on a quest. It's been suggested that I should spend some time in the Warrens or the Weald because my mastery level there is low, and increasing my mastery level will give me more options for possibly getting better rewards. Alright, so if I went to the Warrens, I can either get a cleanse mission, which is pretty easy, and get the Book of Rage. So greatly increases damage if a hero's health is low. And pretty heavily increases critical hit chance if a hero's health is low. That could be very useful for certain kinds of heroes, especially if I have a hero with very high death blow resistance. So the fact that their health is low is okay because they're still not going to die. I would get, this is, yeah, 4,500 gold on some portraits, or 4,500 gold on some deeds, and then the Blighting Satchel, which increases blight skill chance and speed at the expense of evasion. That's pretty good. And here I could get the Steady Bracer, which I believe I already have one of. I think this is what I want to do then. Alright, so who do we want to bring? Let's see. I'm going to keep Campbell on the mission. She's very close to reaching resolve level 2, so her stress level's a little high, but I think it's manageable. Who else do we want to bring? You know, what abilities does he have? So, Incision, Plague Grenade, Noxious Blast, Battlefield Medicine, Emboldening Vapors, and Disorienting Blast. So let's remove, let me see something. So, for Bois, who I am going to keep in, because his stress level is still comfortably low, or at least low enough, has, let's see. He doesn't have any corpse clearing abilities. Alright, no one else has corpse clearing abilities, so Fitzlon is keeping his corpse clearing ability. You see something. And yeah, come hither. Come hither and mark for death, both will be useful as marking abilities. So, okay. I'd say, yeah, drop Emboldening Vapors for Noxious Blast. This isn't ideal because the swine beasts have fairly high resistance to blight, but I'd say it's good enough, and being able to inflict blight with the Plague Doctor allows me to use Thrown Dagger, which deals extra damage versus the blighted. Now let's look into trinkets. So, Book of Relaxation, and the Debuff Amulet, those are the main things I can equip to. Blasphemous Vial increases the accuracy of ranged skills as well as the success rate of stun and blight skills, but increases his stress level. Or the Witch's Vial, which is just increased stun skill chance. And he has Disorienting Blast, so I'm actually just going to give him the Witch's Vial. I think I'll leave it at that for now. So you have the Health Stone and the Dodge Stone. So you have low speed, but a lot of defensive buffs. Where's the Churgeon's Charm? Did I lose it with our... nope. And And I'm going to give Campbell the Chirurgeon's Charm to have a bonus to healing skills. And I'd say we're good for now. Alright, let's provision. Yep, we get a free shovel, anti-venom, and firewood. Get one more shovel. I'm gonna bring 2 laudanum. I suspect that laudanum is involved in curio interactions. A couple holy water and a couple medicinal herbs. A couple more anti-venom. A couple more bandages. Alright. Since we're going to have to rest, I do want to bring some food. But I don't need to bring a huge amount. And I am going to remember to bring torches this time. Though I believe... yeah, Dazzling Light can be used to replenish the torch level if we have real problems with it. Alright. And I'm going to bring 1 skeleton key because I just have a hunch that I'm going to end up having a curio interaction with that. And embark. If you live for risk and darkness, by all means bring few torches. I get the feeling the game is mocking me. Alright.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay. That was some really successful scouting. Well, let's move to this room so we can move around and take on this room battle. Now we have a curio and a trap. This is the curio. Let's see what the holy water does with this one. Pile is purified, allowing a thorough search, and it gets us gold. Okay, we found another curio interaction. Wasn't there a trap in this hall? Oh no, there's a trap in the next hall. Okay. Alright, got another curio and then a trap. Alright. Light another torch. And, well, we already know about this one.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
And I completely forgot about the trap because I am an idiot. Well, time for a room battle. Ah, bandits. Or brigands. Okay, the Fusilier, I don't want him to be alive. Unfortunately, the Fusilier resisted blight. Well... let's see, he's taking 4 damage per round for 3 rounds, so he will die in 3 rounds no matter what. I'll hit the Fusilier. And he resisted blight again, but his blight resist is reduced. Well, nobody's injured, so let's use Dazzling Light. I can't hit the Fusilier, but I can hit the Cutthroat.
Well struck.
Blacken our world no longer. And you know what? Just use Finish him on the Cutthroat. Well, he's out now. Unfortunately, we are going to get the warm, comforting warmth of blanket fire.
Weapon that cuts on its own.
And point blank shot, and it missed. Well, let's use flashing daggers. I can hit both of them. Also, it reduces the target's bleed resistance, but does not actually inflict bleed. Still useful. Let's use Dazzling Light to finish off the Fusilier.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And Incision. So you know what? Noxious Blast. You know, I can hit him with Disorienting Blast. I'll do that. Disorienting Blast. And he's stunned. And finish him. And since he's now got stun resistance, let's use Incision. With a critical hit, no less. And pick to the face. And He probably won't be stunned. Yep, he did resist it. And he may not be marked or stunned, but collect bounties.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
What do we got here? An oddly assembled dining table. There might still be food scraps around. I'm gonna go with medicinal herbs. And 10 food and 100 gold. Nice. Okay, move here, and we've got our first hallway battle of the mission. Carrion eaters like to inflict blight. Let's see, flashing daggers to wear down the back. Plague grenade will only hit the one to the farthest back. I'm concerned about stress levels, so I'm going to use Plague Grenade on the Acolyte. Because if I can get rid of the Acolyte quickly, then she won't be able to use Stressful Incantation at least as many times. Got lunch. I believe that inflicts... No, it inflicts blight. For some reason I was thinking it inflicted bleeding. Alright, let's use Dazzling Light on this one. And yeah, finish it off.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And decision on the Carrion Eater. Well, it resisted it, but let's finish it off with Pick the Face.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And we got an Agility Talon. That's pretty good. Okay. What to drop? And drop the bandages. It's a bit of a gamble. Pack has a map inside. It still doesn't tell us whether or not that room is room battle in it, though, so we're gonna have to go there anyway. I really feel like this is a mission where we don't actually need to make camp. Alright, to this room, and we're gonna have a room battle. First, we're going to have a hallway battle. Ah, it's these guys again. Didn't you remember that we killed you last time? Critical
executed.
And blight. Oh, Plague Grenade. We'll finish that one off. Haha. Yep, no blanket fire this time. Alright. Mark the bloodletter for death. And let's use Dazzling Light on the cutthroat. Keep him stunned while he slowly dies. Ow! Whoa. Oh, collect bounty. And I'm just gonna stick with Pick to the Face. Let's use Disorienting Blast, see if we can stop the blood there. And Divine Grace on the Bounty Hunter because he desperately needs it.
Can be healed.
Okay, we've got these guys though. We're gonna take one attack. That is the first time the Plague Doctor has taken damage. And he's taken no stress damage on this mission. It's just Plague Grenade. And I'm going to use Divine Grace again, see how close I can get the Bounty Hunter to full health before we end this fight.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
And I guess that's as close as we're going to get, because collect bounty.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Okay. I need to drop something again. Okay, I'm going to eat food until everyone is full, and then I'm going to drop the remainder of the food. Okay, so we're dropping 2 food. And that still leaves us with 275 gold. What to drop for that? I'm going to gamble on dropping the medicinal herbs on the grounds that in the Warrens, most of what we get from them is food, and we're pretty much doing okay for food right now. Everybody back into the default party order. And more gold. Doing pretty okay for money. Alright. Their blight resistance is only 20%, and they don't have a lot of hit points. Flashing daggers. What would have been cool is that hit. Alright. Choose collect bounty on one of the ones in the front, and it just barely survives. Everyone is missing. The torch level's pretty high, but everybody seems to be missing.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, he's out next turn. The Spitter is out next turn. Alright. Let's see. Oh, she was picked to the face on the one in right in the center. Once again, one hit point remaining. Would use bite. Managed to blight the Plague Doctor. That's impressive. I mean, I know he probably doesn't have elevated blight resistance. It's just kind of ironic, I guess, that the guy who specializes in inflicting blight is blighted. Well, I have meds for that, and Incision. And of course, that gets a critical hit when I use it. When I use Incision on someone with one hit point, it gets a critical hit. Let's use Poison Darts.
Slowly.
And that is how we do that.
This is how a life is taken.
Okay, Agility Whistle. The Agility Talon is better than the Agility Whistle. I'm not really sure what to drop this time. I think I'll miss out on the Agility Whistle. Room Battle with Treasure. Well, we have to go there anyway, and you don't need to twist my arm. That, and Hallway Battle. Ooh, pigs! And while they do have elevated blight resistance, their blight resistance is still only 40%. I suppose that's enough. And of course, if they dodge the blight, they can't get it anyway. They can't be blighted anyway.
A momentary abatement.
Well, come here. Resistant to disease, at least, but I strongly suspect that our bounty hunter is going to wind up afflicted with this mission. Right. Decision on this one. Decision is great when it hits. The rest of the time, less so. Use flashing daggers. Unfortunately, distributing the damage evenly across all the enemies means that they're gonna all live longer when you're taking more attacks. Let's see if you can just finish this one off.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And let's see if we can stun one of those so they can't inflict more stress damage. Pick to the face should do it. Should be the operative word there. was at 94 stress. Well, incision. Okay, we're down to just one. And that one doesn't get a turn this round. Let's see if finish him does it. It does!
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, what are the odds that we can finish a room battle without the, bounty hunter winding up afflicted? Poison darts on the one in the back. It has 3 hit points, it takes 3 damage worth of blight. Let's see. She's Noxious Blast on one of the ones in the front. Let's see if we can get the same effect again. Okay, that's 2 of them are out of the fight already. Dazzling Light on one of the spitters.
Impressive.
Critical hit and it's stunned. Okay. Finish him on the spitter.
Another
okay, we're down to just one of them.
From our lands.
Because those 2 are going to die of blight. So that one gets to use web once on the Plague Doctor. And then because they have high speed, they get to go again for the next round. Plague Doctor is stunned and marked. That's not ideal, but I'm actually going to use Divine Comfort.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Pick to the face. Really more of a pick to the ground, I suppose. Collect bounty, and that does it. Okay.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
What to drop? I definitely want to keep the deeds. 225 gold isn't necessarily a large enough amount to worry about. I'll drop the laudanum since I still haven't found a use for it. And I can give up the gold. And now we're going to rest before I open this chest to create space in the inventory by removing the firewood.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Feast rations. First thing I'm going to do is use Sanctuary to prevent nighttime ambushes. I assume that's what it will do. I mentioned last time that I don't really understand how it why it says if religious prevents nighttime ambush. But I am going to do that. Right. Okay, so what can we do to reduce the bounty hunter's stress level? Pep talk. Pep talk. Snuff box only works yourself, or gallows humor, which has a chance of reducing it or increasing it. Let's see. I'm going to use gallows humor. I'm just going to risk it. It worked. Alright. Use pep talk. This will at least reduce his stress intake. And I'll use tracking, so we're less likely to be surprised and they're more likely to be surprised. There is no trail I cannot follow. Right? So hungry. We just had feast rations.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Let's see what the skeleton key does here. Key unlocks a hidden compartment, allowing us to get more. Okay, that's how skeleton keys work. All right. Now we need to do a little bit of backtracking. Yeah, Ferbois is going to need to spend some time probably at the tavern once we're done with this. But for now, move to this room, battle the treasure. And there's a curio. And, well, I'm glad I held on to the holy water.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Alright, and we got spiders. And we surprised them again. That's good. start with Plague Grenade. Okay, Poison Darts on the whirlwind back. That was a touch more successful. Unfortunately, he has 4 hit points and is taking 3 damage per round from Blight. Okay, stun the other Spitter because they do more damage. And I may as well just finish him, just remove it. Well, it would have removed it. Yeah, this went a little less well than the last one did. Well, you can't win them all. Okay. And this probably means that they're effectively going to get 2 rounds to attack us consecutively, because they're faster than us. So they have their first round's worth of moves, and then we start over, and they get to go first again. Because they went last in the first round and first in the second. Alright. So this again. Okay, the 2 Spitters are out, that's good. Divine Grace, because the Plague Doctor is in danger.
Is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
The other Spitter will die in a moment. Ow. Well, he resisted Blight anyway. Let's go with this. Alright, that just leaves one more. Ho 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 ho! And that's the end of that. Yeah, Incision missed, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I can afford to lose 50 gold.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
And use the key.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I don't know, maybe we're just not trying hard enough. And a room battle with a curio. Glad I discovered that new curio interaction. Okay, so the piles of bones are the main use of holy water so far. And they appear to really be a warrants thing. So, it seems like I mostly want to bring holy water when we're exploring in the warrens. Ooh. I guess the pigmen are finally getting serious. Use Poison Darts on the Slasher. He looks like he has a lot of prot. Yeah, he has a lot of prot. Alright. Oh. Noxious Blast for the same reason. 5 damage per round for 3 rounds. I'm just gonna ignore him from now on then. He's dead enough. I can let him have 1 more round. And the Plague Doctor now has the plague. Well, Physician, heal thyself, I guess. Alright, let's just come hither on... so let's use Mark for Death on the Swine Chop. Divine Comfort. Enough people are injured. I'm really glad, actually, that they're focusing... Oh, God. Not only is the Plague Doctor diseased, he's now diseased twice. He might actually have to spend 2 weeks in the, sanitarium because he has 2 different diseases. Yeah, this is not a very welcoming first experience with, adventuring. Okay. Let's actually use Noxious Blast on the Swine Wretch. And the Chopper is down. Slasher is down, I mean. Alright, Divine Comfort.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Whatever the stress levels may be, nobody's dying. Thrown Dagger on the Wretch. Apparently they aren't dying either. Dazzling Light on... It's Dazzling Light this Wretch. If it stuns him, he's not an element of the fight. Alright, even if it didn't stun him, he's not a threat. Alright. Let's use Plague Grenade on the last one. The last Wretch, that is. And collect bounty. Alright, the dangerous ones are out. And thrown dagger, which deals extra damage to blighted. And misses again. Oh, one of them's out. That last wretch is really hanging on for dear life. Well, this should do it. There we go. Okay, so protection stone, anti-venom.
But a victory nonetheless.
Okay, we can carry everything. I'm actually gonna continue adventuring for a moment because I want to see what this curio is. Bone altar. I don't want to try that without any items to possibly make it safe. And we don't know anything about this room because scouting didn't succeed. So, let's go back to the manor.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
We got an achievement for encouragement for locking in the occultist's positive quirk. Got 9,365 gold from the various things we can sell back, plus the 4,500 quest reward. And got a good supply of heirlooms, too. And Campbell is resolved level 2 now. Okay, Clarinel is clumsy, that's potentially an issue. Fizdalon does extra damage versus beasts and receives less stress versus beasts. You know, after the experience he just had in that last battle, I'm not surprised that he doesn't like the beasts very much. It's like, yeah, I hate those swine. They gave me a disease twice. And Campbell can't gamble anymore. Didn't actually mean for that to rhyme.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Well, you know, you don't have to. I mean, I could just pack my stuff up and go home now. There's plenty of other places I could be. Alright, now, let's see. Where's Fizdalon? So, yeah, I can only treat one, and it will take a week to treat. Well, it's only 650 gold, but he's going to be there for a while. Let's commit the hero. How many leeches does this really take? Alright, popping over to the blacksmith. Yeah, I would need pretty much an entire expedition to be able to increase the maximum that we can upgrade weapons or armor. But I should be able to I only need 4 more deeds in order to upgrade the furnace so that it costs less. Let's look into upgrading the guild. Ask kind of the same question. I would only need 1 additional portrait to upgrade the training regiment. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see, so if I trade... Yeah, but if I were to trade 6 crests, I wouldn't have enough crests. But if I were to trade 3 deeds, I can get 1 portrait, and that's all I need. Okay, and let's upgrade training regiment.
Some may fall,
skills.
but their knowledge lives on.
Right. Okay, it would take 35 crests to upgrade the survivalist. Suppose I were to be offering deeds for crests. How many crests could I gain max? 15, that would only put me at 20, so no. Let's see about upgrading the Nomad Wagon. No. Well, let's see about buying things from the Nomad Wagon. Let's see, the Bleed Amulet could be very valuable. So could... Well, the Bloody Dice could be useful if we had a Jester, but we don't. Sturdy Greaves look pretty good, as does the Archer's Ring. Though actually, we are a little poor, and I've just realized I haven't done any stress relief activities. Okay. Another question is, if I wanted to upgrade the bar to reduce its treatment cost, I would need 5 more. I need to gain 5 crests, and then also gain 4 portraits. I can't do both, so I can't actually afford to upgrade it. Well, let's drop Frebois into the bar. Just drown your sorrows over there. And he's really the only one who needed to be de-stressed. I mean, the Plague Doctor needed to be de-stressed, but he needed to be de-diseased a lot more. So let's look into upgrading some heroes. Alright. Definitely having Campbell upgrade both Divine Grace and Divine Comfort. I think I'm also going to have Campbell learn Judgment and upgrade Dazzling Light. And our Occultist is back out of the Asylum. What could I upgrade? Let's see, Hands from the Abyss, I'm not really that impressed by because it reduces the torch level. Abyssal Artillery could be good, especially with the extra damage versus Elvish. Let's see. If I were to upgrade Vulnerability Hex, it would increase its accuracy, slightly increase its critical hit chance, and reduce the enemy's evasion by even more. For 175 gold, that's a steal. And if I were to upgrade Damon's Pull, it would increase its accuracy and also increase the probability of successfully pulling. We can do that. Alright. Let's check out Clara now. Let's see, if I were to upgrade Poison Darts, it would mean it would still inflict the same amount of blight damage, but it would have more accuracy, higher critical hit rate, and more likelihood of inflicting blight. If I were to upgrade Pick to the Face, it would have more accuracy, higher critical hit rate. Let's see. I'm gonna upgrade Thrown Dagger. And Poison Darts. Right. And for the Houndmaster, let's see, increasing Blackjack's stun chance and accuracy would be nice. I wanted to learn Hound's Harry. I won't use it in every fight, but it would be useful. Now let's upgrade Hound's Rush. And Cry Havoc is another ability I really wanted to have. And wow, upgrading it both increases the probability of de-stressing and the amount it de-stresses by. That again, having a reliable ability to de-stress teammates can be extremely valuable. Now let's swing by the blacksmith and see about upgrading people's equipment. Let's see, Clarinel is almost resolved level 3. And her equipment can't be upgraded any further. I can't look at Frebois' equipment right now. Let's see about Cam. 1225 to increase her defense. It's a fair amount, but it could be very useful. Let's see about actually let's see about the Occultist. He's maxed out. Yeah, I'll upgrade Campbell's armor. Let's look into our Sword of All, our Man-at-Arms. Do I want to spend more or do I want to hold back? Actually, let's look into camping skills. Let's see, I already checked the occultist camping skills are all not very good. Alright, so the grave robber could have night moves, which increases scouting chance for 4 battles, which is good. Pilfer, just procure a random supply item out of nowhere. Encourage, to reduce one companion's stress. And wound care, to heal one companion. Let's see what the Houndmaster can have. Hound's Watch, which prevents nighttime ambush and reduces the chance of being surprised and increases the chance of surprising the enemy. Or Release the Hound, which increases scouting chance. I'm going to have him learn Hound's Watch. That could be extremely useful. And I'd say we have time for another short or medium-length mission. So, let's go back out there. 3,800 should be enough gold to supply us. Okay. We'll drop Clarinel for, let's see. Let me see something about the other bounty hunter that we have. The other bounty hunter has a lot of the same abilities. So I'm bringing Bassange and Vavasseur. You see something? I'm gonna drop Weird Reconstruction for Damon's Pull. And then for our middle range, I'm going to bring our Houndmaster. Alright, I know that the Vestal is properly equipped. And I'm taking away Ferbois to trinkets so that I can give them to the other bounty hunter. You know, the Book of Relaxation would probably be more useful. It reduces his evasion, but he's already very durable. And increasing his accuracy and reducing his stress can be very useful. Since he's resolve level 0, his stress is a major concern. Okay, what we got that's good for you? Eldritch Killing Incense is occultist only and further increases his firepower against Eldritch. Let's see, what else? The Debuff Amulet increases his ability to inflict and resist debuffs at the cost of being of less evasion. That's pretty worthwhile, especially considering the fact that his dodge base is through the roof. You have the Cudgel Weight, and I feel satisfied with just that. Alright? That's provision. Okay. Wait. How do I go back? I'm sure it's possible. I forgot to actually check which mission we were on. That's how. Okay. Let's see. I can attempt to kill the Sodden crew. What did I get? The Legendary Bracer. Increases stress, but greatly increases damage. The Camper's Helmet for the Bounty Hunter. That's actually very good, though activating 3 protective wards could be a problem. Alternatively, I've unlocked a boss, the Swine Prince. Let's see. I actually really like the Camper's Helmet. It's a very good bounty hunter piece of equipment. So I'm going to risk activating 3 protective wards, especially since this allows me to take my occultist down to the cove. Alright, let's do that. Okay, so we have 3 items we have to deliver to the protective wards. Alright. A couple of these. A couple skeleton keys now that we know what they do. Let's do it with 8 torches, a couple shovels, bandages, anti-venom, and food. 12 should be enough. Alright, and let's embark.
The flopping fish-like things abhor the warding sigils. Let us claim this place anew.
You know, this is actually pretty fortunate. This is very linear, so there isn't going to be that much backtracking, even if I'm looking for things in hallways. Alright, and we already cleanse out a fish carcass. Okay, I can accept that it might have like swallowed these because they were shiny. I can accept even that it managed to somehow swallow a torch. Who eats a shovel? Really? Just who accidentally swallows a shovel? Seriously, chew your food. Okay, we got a curio and 2 traps and then a room battle. Well, we don't exactly have a choice, so let's do this. Okay, and we have another journal page. I cannot recall while we ventured onto land. Cannot recall why we ventured onto land. Why did we leave when Mother Ocean provided all we needed beneath her tender waves? And I will now return home, back to her embrace. Indecipherable scratchings fill the remainder of the page. Well, let's see. I would have to drop. I'm not willing to drop something to keep the note. Like I said before, I'll keep them if they aren't preventing me from keeping something else. Alright. And we've disarmed a trap. Now let's disarm another one. Oh, the Houndmaster's really earning his pay today. And now for our room battle. Drowned Thrall and these guys. Gonna open up with Sacrificial Stab on the Thrall.
Obliterated.
And that's all we need. Mark the sea maggot for death. Use dazzling light on the shaman, see if we can get it stunned. And Hound's Rush, that should finish it off.
Back to the pit.
And let's just use Collect Bounty on the shaman. Didn't kill him, but it came pretty close. And, well, Sacrificial Stab would have finished it off if it had landed. Hound's Rush though. Divine Comfort.
Soothed. Sedated.
And Blackjack. Sacrificial Stab. And finish him.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And drop the dog treats for the portrait. And I can give up on the 25 gold. Oh, we found a secret door. I'll come back for that later, because it probably is going to be full of valuable loot, but we don't have the inventory space for it yet. I'm going to wait until we have at least one additional inventory spot empty. Okay. Nah, none of the items we have look like they would help with that, so I think I'm going to skip that one. 4 crests. Okay. Just gonna go all the way to the end of this hallway before we go up to this Y shape. Okay. Challenging enemy group, but at least there's no thralls. Gonna open up with Sacrificial Stab on the Stinger. If it hits, well, I was saying if it hits it will kill, but apparently I'm wrong. And Collect Bounty doesn't finish the job. Dazzling Light then. Let's use Blackjack on the Sea Maggot. And Stress Wave. And Stress Wave again. I forget how fast the shamans are sometimes. Pounds rush on the Stinger.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And Vulnerability Hex. Did 0 damage, I'm honestly not surprised by that, but it marked it. That's all I need. Apparently that isn't all I need. I should be able to finish it with Dazzling Light, though.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And let's use Vulnerability Hex on the group. And Dazzling Light on the Shaman, just to keep him out of the fight while we murder his bodyguard. Pounds Rush. And Collect Bounty.
Destroyed.
And Sacrificial Step.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Well, I'm gonna drop the Bleed Stone. I think I'm gonna hold off on dropping anything for the Bleed Stone. Crate's empty. Right. And here. Protection Ward. Okay, this ward is now lit. It's gonna turn out that I walked right past me. Alright. Torch. And I'm gonna go all the way to the end of this hallway. And we have hunger. Well, fortunately, we have food to deal with hunger. And back the other way. I think we're gonna go to the secret room before it gets before we get any farther in. Actually, you know, on second thought, I'm gonna get a bit farther along before I do that. If I can use up more of the pineal gland things, that will. I did walk right past one of them. It was right here in front of me the whole time. Well, this ward is now lit, and having lit 2 of them, I feel a lot more comfortable going back to the secret room to find the extra stuff that's there. So that would be back here. And we've had hunger again. Which means we're down to 2 food, which means all we can do is minimum rations if we're resting, which means I may wind up actually throwing out the firewood in the interests of saving space, because we might not be able to use it. We're almost back to the secret room, and we really need the money, so we're gonna have to do this. Go. Oh, let's see what Skeleton Key does.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Bariston's Head, plus 25% rot, but plus 20% stress. That's interesting. Oh, these are my people. This is and then Dismas's head. Plus 25% damage, but minus 10% maximum HP and plus 20% stress. So, we found the severed heads of our fallen comrades. That's, it's not terrifying at all. I'm gonna drop the antivenom for the trapezohedron. Alright. And back to the quest. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the severed heads part, though. I wonder if that's a sign that we're going to end up encountering the Collector again. We did defeat him, but we've seen that there are multiple levels. Oh, and now we take damage.
Gnawing hunger sets in, turning the body against itself, weakening the mind.
Okay, there shouldn't be too much of this quest left. But I know we did defeat the Collector, but we established that there are multiple difficulty levels of the same kind of boss. So there's the Apprentice Necromancer, and then there's the regular Necromancer, and I believe there's one beyond that. So it might be the same way with the Collector. Probably is the same way with the Collector.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Oop. And we got a trap. And the occultist's stress level is becoming more dangerous. And we have a fight now. Alright, I think I have a plan. Lighting up the torch. And the plan was based on the assumption that the bounty hunter would not go first. I'm going to have him mark the Guardian for death. Let's see. I may as well use Hound's Rush on the Guardian. I'm just going to use Sacrificial Stab on the Guardian.
Well struck.
Almost down. Divine Comfort. Everyone's health is low. If he's using Barnacle Barrier, fortunately we'll get rid of it soon. Let's use Collect Bounty on the Guardian. Alright. There's one threat out of there. Thank you. Seriously, Shaman, thank you for picking that target for the stress wave.
Lapse in concentration.
Haha! And we finally had someone come out virtuous. One quieted mind can defeat all the world's ills. Alright, hit him with Divine Grace. Still not entirely certain what Focus does. Alright. And the Sea Maggot resistant bleeding. Well, Vulnerability Hex should fix him up good. That did a lot of damage. That's going to do a lot more. Okay, it missed. Alright, Divine Grace on the Occultist again. Almost there. Collect Bounty. Still not enough. Oh, finish him off. Okay, now the Maggot is down. Let's see, he can't one-shot them with Sacrificial Stab, so I'm going to use Vulnerability Hex. Because he can't, but now that they're marked, the Bounty Hunter can. Alright, Divine Comfort this time. Really, really glad I upgraded the Vestas healing tools. She needs them badly. And he's out of reach for Collect Bounty. Well, let's mark this one for death. I thought Collect Bounty could hit center rear. It looks like I was wrong. Oh, Hound's Rush can. Okay, he's out. Beware, the Black Beast's power carries hidden costs. So, when when the occultist is focused, he just kind of randomly buffs his allies. Well, let's use sacrificial stab. It won't kill it, but it will wound it. He gets one last screw you. And that one's down.
This is how
And
life
collect bounty.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Right. What to drop? Actually, gonna have to drop the bandages for the bust, and I'll give up the gold. And we're making camp.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
So wound care on the. Right. And sanctuary to prevent. Actually, wait a second. I forgot to equip the. Oh no, I didn't forget to equip it. Hound's Watch. Alright, and I'm going to use wound care on the bounty hunter again. Alright. And I suppose we'll use wound care on the bounty hunter one last time. And man's best friend, so the Houndmaster can produce his own stress. And let's rest up.
The light, the promise of safety.
He unlocks a hidden compartment, 12 crests and 2 deeds. Alright, 2 curios and a trap. Let's see what we get. An empty pack. And an empty pack! At least we got 2 of them. Fortunately, the Houndmaster is doing a very good job with the traps. I know he's one of the better heroes for that job. Alright, go back this way. And we're out of skeleton keys, but... And the chest is empty anyway. I don't know, the skeleton key probably would have, like, unlocked it.
The sparkling eyes of youth, twisted and made merciless.
I had to say it. I had to say we'll probably encounter the Collector. Well, I'm not giving up easy, starting with vulnerability hacks. To find comfort, get everyone as healed as we can.
Is knit.
Collect call. Oh, Hound's Rush all the way in the back. 20 damage. And he's bleeding. Let's see. Gonna mark the collected vessel. Alright. Let's see. These are all Eldritch. This one's already marked, so... Let's see if I can... He's not immune to move. Let's see if Damon's Pole will work on the Collector itself. It will! I'm gonna use Divine Comfort just because I don't feel like taking any unnecessary risks. Okay. Life Steal, that's worrying. Well, collect bounty. And Hound's Rush. They're smart. They're focusing, of course they are. They're focusing on the occultist because he's the largest threat and because he's the one who's
A hand's breadth from becoming
at death's
unwound.
door. Okay, and unfortunately he can't. I can't cure his bleeding. Let's see. Use vulnerability hex to keep the collector alive. collect bounty. Okay. Please let either one of my healing people get a turn, or... Alright. Hound's Rush should finish this.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
Okay. And another puzzling
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Unfortunately... Okay, let me go through the logic here. I have no way of healing the occultist. He is at death's door, and he is still taking bleeding damage. If we move, he will take more bleeding damage, and every time he takes bleeding damage, that could be a death blow, and he could die. Every time we move. But we have a ton of rewards in the form of heirlooms and money, and the severed heads of our companions. I'm gonna abandon this quest, because if we don't abandon the quest, the occultist almost certainly will die, but if we do abandon the quest, we still get away with a lot of valuable stuff. So yes, we're stressing them a little bit if we do that, but I'm gonna risk it.
Do not ruminate on this fleeting failure. The campaign is long, and victory will come.
You know, we made 11,500 gold, 12 crests, 2 portraits, not 12, 20 crests, and then 2 of each of the other kind of heirlooms. And we defeated the Collector again. Yeah, we missed out on the official quest reward and we didn't get resolve experience, but I'm not sure I would call that a defeat.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
But, in fact, I didn't even stress people out that badly. Okay, that's not really true. They're all gonna need some kind of stress treatment before they can go on another mission. Though we already have a good Vestal, so, I'd say this video has gone on long enough, so this is going to be the end for this part. However, next time, I think, since we have a pretty good, effective team of people who are all Resolve level 2, which is the highest they can be, next episode, I'm probably going after the Sodden crew again, because I think we can actually pull them off if we properly outfit a team. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I love you all. And I will see you next time.